Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months. For him,
we're just not seeing the same tenacity from him on the defensive end lately. He hasn't been blocking as many shots over the last few months, and I think it's made him a little less intimidating under the hoop.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And here's White. He's scoreless. The rebound by Sprewell.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Here's Pritchard. Now White. Throws it up high.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Cincinnati leading by 4. Here's Maxey. Takes it inside. And Porzingis with the block.
That reach of Porzingis is just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters.
Woo! His energy is unmatched. And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Maxey. Here's Sprewell. Off with the layup. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Over to the left wing. Outside White. Here's Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis misses. Porzingis has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Here's Lofton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Bowl, he's checked in for Cincinnati. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Boucher comes in for Tatum. Vols is checked in for Brown. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. Now here's Maxey. Here's Sprewell. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Holiday against Maxey. Reynolds with a rebound.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Here's Bowl. Uses the glass on the layup.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
To the paint. Here's Walsh. Rejected by Bowl. They retain possession. Pass to Holiday. To the inside. Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Yeah, he's a top-tier offensive rebounder. Valanciunas uses his size and strength to his advantage to do damage on the boards.
Now here's Maxey. And there's the drive. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Here's Bowl. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Bowl, to me, remains such an interesting prospect, a towering big man who possesses considerable skill and versatility.
First trip to the line for him here. Boston making a switch here. Green is checked in. Well, granted, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Now here's Holiday. No made baskets yet. Valanciunas, good.
That pass delivered to where Valanciunas could get into his shooting rhythm right off the catch.
Inside, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Now here's Green. Here's the three. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
I tell you what, he clearly is one of the best players in the league who does not get the same kind of gas that other guys do. But there's no better all-around guard in the NBA than Drew Holiday.
Here's Walsh. Pass to Valanciunas. And there's a 3-second violation.
3-second violation. Cincinnati ball.
Cincinnati leading by 7. Here's Sprewell. Cincinnati calls timeout.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Cincinnati Dancers.
And Cincinnati making a change here. Robertson's checked in. And in that March stretch, some interesting things going on in the East. You look at Cincinnati, this season has been an absolute dream for them. They're currently at number 1 as the postseason approaches. And of course, Boston, they're in 5th place.
Well, I think for the Lions, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
So it's Boston now, after the basket by Cincinnati. Here's Holiday. Tipped. Outside goal. Pass to Lofton. Back to Bull. The 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Get there.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Maxey. He's got a clear path.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's Cincinnati. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Cincinnati.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
On the floor for Boston, the two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Drew Holiday. And it's Porzingis in at the center position, locking down the middle. Here's Robertson, still without a bucket. Launches a 3, drains the triple.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Here's Brown. Oh, look at him showing off the muscle. Brown is special.
And Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. I mean, the defense has no idea what to do with it.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Graham. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
The kick to Tatum. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
3 points.
Tatum's got 5 points.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. For 3, Maxey. They get it back. Reynolds. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Give him 8 points now.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And becoming more and more active on the offensive glass, Brown capitalized.
Now here's Maxey. He's covered closely. Here's Reynolds. Pass to Lofton. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday. Celtics trail by 9. Brown passes to Holiday. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
Well, that assertive, confident attitude. I mean, Holiday knew as the pass was coming his way that he was going to catch it and let it go quickly.
Cincinnati calls timeout. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Graham.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
So both teams making some changes here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Cincinnati shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Maxey.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Celtics trail by 9. Here's Pritchard. Pure from 3-point range. Pritchard's got 5 points.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Over to the wing. Pass to Robertson. There's the triple. Here's Sprewell. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
4-3. The rebound by Sprewell. Sprewell's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Maxey. Here he goes. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now a 10-point Cincinnati lead.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Pritchard gets it to go.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Power is home. Oh, wow. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Porzingis misses.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
The 3. And Robertson gets it to go. Robertson's got his second bucket of the night.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Left side, Porzingis. It's deflected.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Pass to Sprewell. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's White. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. And he gets it to go. Now 2 of 6 in the game.
Defenses struggle with Porzingis in the paint. I mean, he's able to shoot right over most defenders.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Second personal foul. Second
Cincinnati
team foul.
shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
For the Lions, Maxey, 2 shots.
That free throw's good from Maxey.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
The Celtics making a switch here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Porzingis. Boucher comes in for Tatum. Walsh is checked in for Brown. And Green is subbed in for Pritchard. Back to White. Pass to Valanciunas. Fires from deep. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Derek White, very efficient as a combo guard and really takes a lot of pleasure in getting his teammates open shots.
Maxey. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
And Boston calls time here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Celtics trail by 11. Now here's White. Yet to see a basket. And here's Green from the arc. And the Celtics another 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw good. Green. Cincinnati leading by 7. Livers passes to Robertson. Offensive rebound. Here's Marjanovic. Up and in on the layup.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
Pass to Walsh. Back to Valanciunas. It's hauled in by Cincinnati. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Robertson. And the bucket is good. Robertson's got 8 here in this quarter.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Lofton. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the Lions, Lofton.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
2 minutes
And so it's
remaining.
Valanciunas who
2
brings up
minutes.
the ball for Boston. Trailing by 10. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
And they got to the line at a good clip. They couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
And that can drive guys absolutely crazy. I mean, they know they're better free throw shooters than that, but just did not get it done from the line.
They swipe it. .149 left in the second quarter. Here's Robertson, covered by Boucher. And that one is hammered home.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Left side White. And rejected. Here's Lofton. He's guarded by White. A nice shot by Lofton.
Assist goes to Lionel Robertson.
1:04 left in the first half. Green with the ball. He's got 7. Boucher passes to Green. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Robertson. 10 points for him. 3-pointer off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Walsh. Second shot opportunity. Oh, rejected by Marjanovic. And he gets it back. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Boucher. Poke loose. Here's Livers. Still no points. Williams passes to Livers. Here's Robertson. From deep. And so it's Cincinnati now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. More 2K action in just a moment.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. And guys, for Cincinnati and big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, we know the coach is happy. Steady start to the night for them. They're not wasting possession. They built a nice lead. They continue to limit their turnovers. They're going to be tough to beat, Ernie.
Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, like my man used to say, hand down, man down. Oh, you got to get it.
And that should...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Celtics trail by 12. We've got Boban Marjanovic, and it's Robertson in at the 4-man position. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by Cincinnati. Pass to Williams. Here's Livers. And he elevates for the jam. Jason Tatum on the receiving end.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And it's Tatum missing. Cincinnati leading by 14. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half, both for their first 3 attempts.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Down low. Here's Porzingis. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Cincinnati calls timeout.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that early.
Typically, there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Sprewell. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Porzingis. Celtics trail by 16. Takes the 3 from deep range. KP hits it.
You know, one of the things I love about Porzingis' game, he's really a terrific catch and shoot guy, especially for a 7-footer.
Here's Robertson. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Robertson's got 17 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own.
Boom. He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Here's Sprewell. And that one is stuffed right through.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Man, I love how strong Tatum goes to the rack. You give him room to get up, he's banging that thing.
Maxey surveys from the high post. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
And there's the lob. Oh, Porzingis, a huge target.
And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
Maxey passes to Sprewell. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Outside Porzingis. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
Showing more patience this half. His shot selection has improved, and his field goal percentage is rising.
Maxey attacking. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful. Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Reynolds, to the middle. Here's Sprewell. Great D that time from Porzingis. Celtics trail by 16. Brown looking around. Now here's White. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Hurt pulls it in.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's Reynolds. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Monday, they'll go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against Indiana, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle. Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Some changes for Boston. Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for White. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Back to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Cincinnati. Reynolds has got 7 rebounds in the game.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
For 3, Maxey. The rebound, Celtics. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight to snap the cold streak. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Coming at you with so many ways to get his points. Tatum draws a lot of contact throughout the game. He gets himself to the line.
And that one falls for Tatum. Boucher's checked in for Boston. And so Tatum nails both of them.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these two.
Cincinnati leading by 17. Outside Maxey. Down low. Stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Pritchard. Maxey covering. Back to Pritchard. Lots of room. And he gets it to go. Pritchard's got 10 points in the game.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's take a look at the breakdown between the front court and back court for Cincinnati.
And their guards have been in charge in that regard. They have the ball in their hands, and give them credit. They're not just looking to create good shots. They're looking to create good shots for everyone.
For 3, the rebound by Sprewell. Sprewell's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
2 minutes.
And here's Holiday. Tatum passes to Boucher. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Maxey. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The officials were right on top of that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. You got to play without fouling.
And Cincinnati will go for a different look here.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Livers passes to Robertson. Clock at 4. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Chris Boucher. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Cincinnati.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
Tatum's got room. Gets a very good look and converts. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
Here's Marjanovic. Jams it in off a great move.
Cutting hard to the bucket, leaving the defense in the dust.
And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. 17-point game. Valanciunas passes to Boucher. Back to Valanciunas. There's the 3. The rebound by Robertson. And it's Cincinnati's ball. Pass to Williams. Here's Lofton. He's covered by Holiday. From the arc. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Tatum. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
You know, over his first couple of seasons, Tatum has really increased his trips to the line, playing more aggressively.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it. He slammed that thing through.
A nasty 2-hander.
Max force throwdown.
Here's Tatum. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Cincinnati out in front by 19 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Cincinnati leading by 19. On the floor for Boston. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Outside Holiday. Outside Brown. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Here's Robertson. Here's Marjanovic. The rebound, Celtics. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the inside, Brown.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Shooting for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
Here's Reynolds. On target from range.
That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
They kick it out to Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
3 points.
Porzingis has got 12 points here in the second half.
He came out of halftime with renewed focus, heating things up offensively.
For 3, Maxey. Rebound Boston. Now Holiday. Outside, Brown. Back to Holiday. Valanciunas passes to Holiday. And they call an illegal screen here.
They're finally taking care of the ball and playing with a little more intelligence. Turnovers were a problem early on.
Cincinnati leading by 17. Here's Maxey. Pass to Reynolds. Here's Sprewell. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Up top, Brown. White for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
To the paint. From 7 feet. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside, Brown. Pass to White. The rebound by Sprewell.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Maxey against Holiday. Maxey passes to Sprewell. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Here's Holiday. Deflected. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. He shoots. And they get it back.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Outside White. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Cincinnati calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Sprewell, defended by Porzingis. Sprewell, no good.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Celtics trail by 19. Here's Tatum. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
Good to see Tatum square himself up and knock down those pull-up jumpers. When he does that, unguarded.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
No good on that one.
At the line for the Lions, Maxey.
Good on the second one. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Maxey, pass to Sprewell. Soft touch off the glass. Sprewell's got 20.
And they've really managed to dominate inside. The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's Tatum. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Cincinnati calls timeout. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, really the standout element of this game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside by cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
Oh, he's a crowd favorite. This building is never more alive than when he's at his best. And he was beyond at his best tonight. He had this place going crazy.
Rare turnover for them tonight. They protected the ball, and they're trying to protect this lead.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Porzingis. Launches it from deep. Reynolds with a rebound. Reynolds has got 9 rebounds now. Here's Buckets. He's guarded by White. And there's the rejection.
White doing an excellent job coming up with the block there.
Tries again. Reynolds' shot is off. Celtics trail by 18. Inside. Puts it up. Pritchard gets it to go. Okay, it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look good.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
And Cincinnati making a change here. Lofton's checked in. Here's Maxey. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Oh, how about the pass here from Tatum? Great at involving his teammates.
Timeout called. The Lions.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that JV Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He told us, guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Lofton's shot is off. Celtics trail by 14. Now here's Tatum. It's Tatum working inside.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper, but I like when he pounds that paint too.
Maxey passes to Marjanovic. Here's Lofton. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
The ball goes to Boston.
And Boston has possession. Down by 12. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, He just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys? Honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter here. That one goes in.
Tatum clearly putting on the show on this one, doing it all.
Cincinnati leading by 10. Outside Maxey. Denied by Tatum. And here we go. The Celtics on the run.
Outstanding play by White that time. He just took off and got up and down in a heartbeat.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Cincinnati. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Reynolds. Here's Marjanovic, defended by Porzingis. Banked it in off the glass.
It's clear now how this is going to end, and I'm not surprised. Great win for Cincinnati.
They had excellent production from the bench.
This team has strong depth, and in this game, it shows.
Now, this team is something else. 64 wins. These guys have had quite the year.
And they've had no trouble finding the win against this squad. They'll wrap up the season series with a clean 3-0 sweep.
Well, once they've taken the first two from them, you could just sense how this one was going to go.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Speedy.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
And it's Maxey missing. So it's Boston now. A 12-point game. White. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Hey, White is a fighter now. When he's close inside, he's committed to going aggressively to the rack. And if he doesn't score, he at least is going to draw the foul.
That's good from White. That one's no good. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Maxey against Green. Outside Maxey to the middle. Stolen by Valanciunas. So the Lions win it. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, and we'll see you next time.